Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Happy Hour. Hi, Donnie. Thank you for jumping on here. It's Saturday and it's time to get happy. 5 o'clock where I'm at, it's Happy Hour. And I come on here every day on Facebook Live and I shout out some gratitude, tell who I'm grateful for that day that went into my beautiful gratitude vase and into my book that's called Gratitude Vase. And today, the person that went in there, it's my day 269 of doing this. I've been doing this since the 1st of June last year, and my person that went into my gratitude vase today is Aura Gold. And I sent her a message this morning. I sent her, like I always do, I took a copy of where I had written it, and I took a copy of it in my gratitude vase that you all can see behind me on the shelf. And I sent her a message and sent her those pictures, and she goes, "What is this?" And I said, "That's my gratitude for the day. You're the chosen person. I choose one person randomly, and I say, I'm grateful for you today." Hi, Kay. Thank you for jumping on here. I'm grateful for you. And that's what I do. That's my tradition. Once a day, I send out a message. I write it in the gratitude vase. I put them in my gratitude vase, and I say, I'm grateful for you. And, you know, we have a hashtag. Gratitude is loveitude, because when you're giving gratitude, when you're really feeling it and sending out gratitude, you're sending out love. That's coming from your heart space. It's what you're feeling inside of you. So every day, choose one person. I don't care if you have the book or not. It's there if you want it. It's on Amazon. But one time a day, just choose one person. Doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter if you don't know them or not. Just choose one person and send out a message and say, I'm grateful for you today. And they might ask you why. Why are you grateful for me? And just tell them, I'm sending out some love. I'm increasing the level of love and light in the world. So that's what you do. That's how the gratitude vase works. And I'm getting some dings on Facebook, so I'm going to turn that off. Just a minute. That's kind of distracting. Okay, so let's get to the lesson today, guys. We are on day 13. Can you believe this? We have been studying The Magic. It's a book written by Rhonda Byrne, a best-selling book. She wrote The Secret. Some of you may have heard of The Secret, about manifesting. And her second book is called The Magic. And The Magic is 28 days of gratitude exercises. And so far, we have done 12 of those exercises. So if you're following along with me, you've been writing every day what you're grateful for and why you're grateful for it. You're stating the reason why. Just like somebody might ask you, why are you grateful for me? You're saying why you're grateful for those things you're putting on your gratitude list. And then you're going to say the magic words, which is thank you, thank you, thank you. That adds a magic element to it. There's just something about doing that, and something about doing it 3 times. Just say, after each thing that you've written on your gratitude list, say thank you, thank you, thank you. And you'll actually feel it in your heart. You'll feel the difference than if you just said thank you. You know, we can say that, and usually we do say it a lot throughout our days, but to really focus on what we're feeling inside and that gratitude we're giving from inside of us, that's where the magic happens. That's where it really becomes a miracle of creation, because it's what you're doing. You're creating something when you give your gratitude. Hi, Chrissy. Thank you for being on here, honey. So our lesson today on day 13 is to make all your wishes come true. How many of us would like that? You know, I was thinking about that earlier. And I even posted it on Twitter and on Facebook. If you had 3 wishes that would come true, what would they be? You know, we always talk about, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. But what this lesson has you do is be very clear about what it is you do want. What is it that you want? And what are your desires? So what you're going to do with today's lesson, you're going to write down 10 things that you want, 10 things that you would like to manifest in your life, that you would like to see happen and become a reality instead of just a pipe dream or a wish for something. You're going to really create these things. So I want you to give it some thought and write down the 10 things that you want to call to you. And then what you're going to do after you write those 10 things, you're going to give gratitude for them. Now, that sounds a little off, right? Because these are things that you're wanting, not things that you actually have. Our list every day that we do of 10 things is what we have in our life and why we're grateful for it. So you're still going to do that, but for tomorrow's lesson, you're going to write down the 10 things you want in your life. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring to you? And you know, this is not new. There are traditions that do this throughout the world. And I remember a good friend of mine, he passed a few years ago. He was Native American. Hi Eddie, thank you for joining me. He was Native American, and he told me a story about this old grandfather, and he was going to go do the blessing and the wish for rain because there had been such a drought. It hadn't rained in so long. So his young person that he was mentoring wanted to go with him. And the elder said, okay, we have to climb up this mountain. You know, it's not easy getting up there. It's this long trek up the mountain, but we're going to go up there. So he went along with him. You know, it took him a while. They got up to the top of the mountain. And then the elder looked out over the mountain and said, thank you for the rain. And he turned around. Okay, let's go. And the young guy was like, what are you talking about? We came here, aren't we going to do like a rain dance? And aren't we going to pray and you know, do all of what we have to do to manifest? And the elder said, I just did. So it happens in so many traditions where they give gratitude before they actually see the evidence of it. And then back to the story, after they got back down the mountain, the rain started, and it didn't stop for days. So they got, and it's a real story, and they got what they needed. And that's the power of gratitude. That's how miracles can happen. When you want something, you desire something, and you feel it in your heart like it's already happened. It's already happened. It's not going to happen. It's not happening. And there's really not a whole lot else we have to do other than trust and believe and, like I said, be very clear about what it is you want. What is it that you want? Because if you don't know, how's the universe supposed to bring that to you, right? So be very clear with what you're asking for. And when you write down this list of what you want, make it something that's very clear of what you're asking. And then when you read through that list, do the thank yous. Thank you, thank you, thank you for, and then whatever it is that is being manifested for you. Because look at it as already happened, not as something out there in the future that someday might happen. But really feel it in your heart that this has happened. You know, I teach manifesting to people. I do a method called release. And in that, at the end, I teach them how to call something to them. And this is exactly what I use. I have them hold that feeling of already having what it is that you want to manifest. So I'll give an example here. Let's say I want to manifest $10,000. Everybody wants money, so we'll use money. I want to manifest $10,000 into my life. So what I'm going to do is already feel like I have it. I use my power of visualization, and I see this money. I see myself holding it in my hand. I feel the weight of that money in my hand and look at it and see the denominations and just totally feel it. Like I have it. I already have it. So then I just say thank you. I just do the gratitude. It's not for us to worry about how that is going to happen. That's not our job. Our job is to trust, to believe, and to give the gratitude for it, to really be thankful for what you have, for all those blessings. You know, that's what we've been working toward. For the last 12 days, we've worked on giving gratitude for everything in our life, every bit of it. You know, from the moment we wake up in the morning, for the water that we drink, that we bathe in, for the food that we eat, and everything that goes into having that food. You know, from the people that planted it, that grew it, every bit of it. That's one of our lessons, is focusing on what has to happen for us to have food to eat. And then being grateful for every bit of that. I've gone over lessons where we're grateful for the people in our life and showing gratitude for people that make our life easier. Those who serve us food if we're out in a restaurant, those who clean the spaces that we go into. There is so much involved in learning gratitude. It's not just learning how to say thank you. You know, saying the words thank you is a small part of what gratitude is all about. Hi, Annette. Thank you for joining us. When we think about what gratitude really is, you know, it's that feeling inside. It's feeling it as you're saying the words, not just giving it lip service, but really, really feeling it. And what I say is gratitude is lovitude, because when you're sharing out gratitude, you're sharing out love. So you really want to come from that heart space that's inside when you're giving out gratitude. So that is your lesson for tomorrow, to really make your list and really focus on being grateful for it already having happened. Now, here is the second part to the lesson. So you make your list of what you want to bring to you. You say the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you, and really feel like you already have it. Feel like you've already got that, whatever it is you want to manifest. Just envision that you already have it in your life. Hi, Sharon. Thank you for jumping on here. So the second part, tomorrow's lesson is 2 parts. The first part is to make your list and be grateful and feel it. The second part, there's 3 questions that I want you to answer for each thing that you're wanting to manifest and feeling like you already have it. The first question, okay, so let's envision, let's go back to my example of $10,000. Let's say I want to manifest $10,000. And I'm really feeling like I have it. I have this money. I see it in my bank account. I feel the money in my hands. What is my emotion? What's my emotion when I received this money? Well, if I received $10,000 right now, I would be pretty happy. I would probably be like really jumping up and down for joy at having received this money. So look through every one of your list of what you want to bring to you, what you want to manifest, and what emotion would come to you after you receive that. What would you feel inside having received that thing that you're asking for and that you're manifesting? The second question, who would be the very first person that you would tell about your manifestation? Who would you tell about it? You know, I had to think about this one, and I really think, you know, after I manifest that $10,000, I would come on here and do a Facebook Live. I would tell all you guys about it. I'm like, guess what just happened? So figure out who the very first person is that you would share your news with. Who would get excited with you? Who would lift you up and congratulate you? You know, we talked yesterday about being grateful when other people manifest something, really feeling gratitude for them that they received. So who is it in your life that would feel grateful for you and happy for you, that you brought forth something beautiful, something wonderful that you've been desiring for so long? Who is it that you might make a phone call to, or go knocking on their door and say, look, look, look? You know, figure out who that person is that you would share it with, or people. You know, it may be more than one person. In my case, it will be all of you. And then the third question to answer with each of these things that you're going to manifest: what is the first great thing that you do when you receive your desire? When you receive this and you manifest it, what's the very first great thing that you're going to do after you manifest it? Well, if I manifested $10,000 right now, let's say it's here, I've got it, I've got this $10,000, the very first thing I would do is go find somebody that needs money. Go find somebody that could use some of this. And I have a lot of people in mind. I have a lot of people that I know I could help, that I know I could go right now and say, here's $500. Go do whatever you want to do with it. You know, go buy yourself some food. Go get some clothes, whatever it is you need. So think about those three questions. If you manifested right now those 10 things on your list that you want to manifest, who would you tell about it? What would be your emotion is number one. Who would you tell about it and share the good news with? And then what's the very first great thing that you would do when you manifest that? Now, I know not all of you are going to have money as your number one thing to manifest. You might have other things on your list. There may be jobs, cars, houses, you know, whatever is on your list. Go through this process and think about the emotion that you would feel when you manifest that. What would it feel like to have that in your life? And then who would you share it with? And what was the first very great thing that you would do after you received your manifestation? And what I'm trying to get you to understand here is to really feel it, to really get into the feeling of having that manifestation. Thoughts become things. So the more you can think like you already have it, it's already happened, it's there, then those thoughts are going to go to your brain, and your brain's going to say, oh, I have that. So you're not going to be anxious and worried about maybe someday receiving whatever it is you want to manifest. Does this make sense? I want to see some hearts and some thumbs up if you all are understanding this whole process that we're going to be doing to make your wishes come true. Hi, Siobhan. Thank you for joining us. So I hope I was clear about explaining this. So you're going tomorrow. This is your exercise to do tomorrow. The first thing you're going to do is your 10 things of gratitude, what you already have that you're grateful for, and why. Why are you grateful for those things? And say thank you, thank you, thank you. And then your second thing you're going to do tomorrow, which is the lesson that I just taught, is to write a list of 10 things that you desire. What do you want? What are you wishing for? And be very clear about it. Be very specific. This is what I want. Okay? So just make that list of 10 things of what you want. After you've made your list, go back and with each one say thank you, thank you, thank you for whatever's on your list, whatever number one is. And then you're going to actually feel in your heart that you have that. You already have it. It's already yours. Feel that in your heart. What does it feel like? And answer those 3 questions. What's the emotion that you're feeling now that you have that, now that you've manifested it? What are you feeling? And then who do you tell? Who do you share it with? Who's going to share in your joy, in your happiness? And then the third thing is, what are you going to do? What's the first great thing you're going to do now that you manifested this? So I want you to do that with all 10 things on your list. If you can't make 10 things, don't worry about it. You know, don't stress about numbers and how many of anything that we're doing here. The main thing is to do it. So if you come up with a list of 2 or 3 things, great, that's wonderful. Go with that. But I want you to dream. I want you to put down what it is you want to call to you. We all want something. We all have these desires. I put out that post today about wishes, and some of those wishes were awesome. I saw some of them. People were wanting really good stuff, and not just money. People wanted really great things in their life. So what is it that you want? What is it you desire that you want to co-create with the universe, and put that feeling out there that you already have it, so that the universe responds to that, and the universe says, yes, you do, you already have it, it's right there, just take it. And then the last thing that you do every day before you go to bed is to hold your magic rock. And if you haven't been doing these exercises, a magic rock is just a rock. There's nothing special about it. It's a rock that you hold in your hand at night, the last thing you do before you go to sleep. And you think back over the very best thing that happened to you during the day, and you say, thank you, thank you, thank you, and really feel the feeling of that happening. Whatever happened to you that was wonderful and awesome, just really feel that again, relive that, revisit your day, and remember how awesome that day was and that feeling was from that thing that happened. Hi, Joanne. Thank you for being here, honey. And then the very last thing I talk about is peace. Do you want world peace? And are you doing anything about it? Are you helping to contribute to world peace? We all can. You may be saying, I'm just one person. What can I do? World peace starts with each of us. It starts inside. It starts with being kind to your neighbor. It starts with seeing somebody in need and saying, what can I do? Is there anything I can do to help you? It's saying to somebody, I love you just because. I don't have a reason. I just love you. And sharing out love and light and raising the level of love and light in the world. That's what world peace is all about. And that's what you can do to help. You also can help by joining us in our forces. We are working toward world peace. So if you want to jump in and be a go-getter and start helping me to find 196 people in foreign countries, and one in every nation, as well as one in every state in the United States, then tell me that you want to help. It's a big job. It's a big project. We have been doing this. We've been starting, and we do have a really good response to people in the foreign nations. We've had a really good response to people here in the States that say, I want to help. So if you want to help, let me know. I love you. I thank you. I send you blessings of love and light for being in my journey, for being in my life. I